But before we do that, do you have any predictions, any thoughts?
Well, Obsidian, second round bye, top of the minor league in their division. Linko, Dom, and Zach are very strong, but Solar, they couldn't bring the upset because I think Solar did beat Obsidian during the regular season, so they do have that over Obsidian. So, no, I don't have a prediction. This will hopefully be a good series.
Fair enough. I think, to be honest though, man, I gotta personally give it to Obsidian. Every time I see them play, it's just absolutely insane, and nobody can keep up with them. But I haven't seen them play in a while, and it seemed like they kind of hit a slump for a little bit, so that could be totally changed by now, and I would have no idea. So it could definitely go either way. I was gonna start it just now, but it looked like Dom left, so I'm not gonna do that yet.
Well, while we're still trying to figure out, I have the stats pulled up. So it looks like just some season 3 recap. Obsidian went 14-4 for the season, and Solar went 10-8. Obsidian had 2.18 goals per game. Solar at 2.26, so Solar is winning in that area. Defensively, saves, Obsidian had 1.4 and Solar had a 1.2. So it may come down to Solar trying to push on offense and Obsidian trying to keep up on defense.
Makes sense. Every time I watch Obsidian play, they are a very offensive team, and you see it happening right now with them getting this offensive pressure early, starting especially with Zach trying to get the shot there, but he can't quite get it off as it's challenged, so now he's going to try to just tap this one off the wall and get something going. Swine's going to try to clear it, but Dom 50-50s him, and that sets up a decent shot for Linko, but Linko whiffs a little bit. Zach going to try to come in and make up for that, but Richard gets it barely over him. Now Dom's just going to boom that one into the corner. He's going to try to play with it after Luck misses there. That's going to go off the backboard and set up a good shot, but nobody from Obsidian is in position to do anything about it. Swine's just going to try to boom this one back downfield, but Linko is still there. Obsidian just keeping up this pressure for a long time, not letting anything let up. Richard's going to back pass that one to Swine. Swine has a good opportunity here, but Dom 50-50s him again. Now he's just trying to read Luck, but Luck was actually going to turn off of that one, so he didn't quite do it. He predicted it wrong. Now that ball's just going to float there, and Luck looks like he wants to do something with it, but couldn't quite. So that one's going to finally roll into the Obsidian corner. Been a while since actually hasn't happened at all that they've been on defense yet, and it wasn't for a very long time. So now Dom's going to try to get the shot on target, but Luck's going to be right there and make an easy save. Linko putting another one there, but it's not going to go on target. It's going to be a little bit wide. Now Swine's going to take this one up the field. It's going to be challenged by 2 players from Obsidian. Linko's going to try to touch this one off the wall and gets the extra touch to center it well. Can Dom get there to get the shot? He can, but it's bounced off by Luck. But now Zach has a good opportunity, but he sends that one too far low. So that ball is not going to be a danger to the Solar team. Linko now trying to get this one off the back wall again. Bounces over one, but Luck sends it away. Richard's now going to pick this up and try to do something with it, but Zach challenges him, and that's going to bounce center. Dom and somebody are going to get challenged there, and that's going to go over to the other corner. Now Linko has a good chance, but he's just going to whiff a little bit, but it's going to float in anyways.
Even though it was a whip, it was still a fake on Solar because Solar thought Linko was going to come in and drive it home. That's why they went up for it, and the ball just sneaked right in, so it worked out for Obsidian.
It did, and it looked like we got a little bit of a glitch hit there in the replay, so, maybe he didn't whiff as hard as I thought he did. We can chalk that one up to a little bit of lag. Dom's going to go for this one now, though. He's just going to wait a little bit and see what Richard does with it. He 50-50s him well, and that's going to roll up to the wall. Luck's going to try to get the pinch, but it doesn't go very far, which means Linko's going to send it downfield. After that demo, that's an open net, and he saw Dom trying to steal the goal as well. A great demo from Dom to just set Linko up for an easy goal.
See, that's one thing I like about Obsidian, especially as many times that I scrim with them, is Dom and Linko like to be aggressive, especially Dom, so it didn't surprise me that he tried helping that ball into the goal.
Exactly, but now Dom's going to try to do it again going up this wall here, but Linko's actually going to pick it up. He's just going to boom that one downfield, but Luck and Swine are both on the back wall, and that could be dangerous. This is going to float into center. Swine makes a decent touch off the backboard, passing it down to Richard, who's going to clear it to the other direction. And then Zach just whiffs, which is going to allow Richard to put a shot on target after the long clear, and Linko doesn't get a great touch, so Dom has to do something. But that ball is still floating in a dangerous spot, though, and it looks like Luck is going to come up here and try to get the shot. That one bounces off the backboard, and I didn't see who that was, but they made a good touch to send it away. But now Swine with the other shot. That one bounces right off the crossbar. Finally seeing some shots coming in from Solar, but they just could not connect. But they got some good opportunities, and we're seeing maybe the offense warm up here a little bit, which could help them in the long run. It's first game on. You're not going to expect their full potential necessarily right off the bat, so hopefully we can see a little bit more.
You know what I'm liking so far, even though this is minors, they still have skills that they're trying to utilize. You've seen Linko and Dom, as Linko scores right there, trying to put it in, but I also saw Swine doing a little bit of an air roll touch. I saw Richard doing a nice catch. As a GM, I like to see these minors improve their skills just as much as they can.
Exactly. I mean, like I always say, this league's all about getting better, and I mean, I've said it casting these playoffs a couple times, is I love seeing the fact that these minors are going for hits that they weren't going for at the start of the season, and they've just overall gotten better, and I love to see it, you know, because it's what we're here for, and it's what everybody wants to do, and let's just get better at Rocket League and have some fun playing it. But now Zach's going to have a good opportunity, but he just can't get the flick off there, which means he's going to try to bump Richard out, and he does do that, and then he makes a good back pass to Dom. He's going to tap that one into center. Hopefully Linko can get there and get the shot. He does, almost gets the double touch, but Swine sends that one right into the post, and that's going to be taken a little bit out of the danger zone. But Linko stole their boost and makes a good pass, but Zach wasn't ready for it, but maybe Dom is putting a shot in the lower right corner. Swine just cannot get there.
Obsidian put on the pressure is what I like to see, and when I talked to Linko off and on as much as I do, he said at the start of the season, Obsidian did very well in pressure. So I told him, I was like, then you need to carry on that pressure and try to own the match, basically.
Exactly. I mean, Obsidian has constantly, time and time again, shown when they play that they're not necessarily, what am I trying to say? They're not necessarily, you know, great at anything specifically, but they're just great at holding pressure and managing to build it up on a team until they finally get that goal in. And we see them getting a pretty quick one here, which is surprising considering most of them have been off, you know, extended pressure. But the main thing that I see from Obsidian is just hammering in the offensive zone, not letting the ball come back to their side for a while, and just eventually one of those goals is going to go in the more you take shots.
Agreed.
We see Swine trying to take that one off the wall. Now he tries to get a backflip, but he can't quite get it. So now Zach's going to try to set up a dribble here, looking to flick over Luck, but Dom, I think, bumped him a little bit, and that might have messed some stuff up. So now Luck's going to try to get the dribble. He gets the touch, and he doesn't get the flip. Is that going to be on target? No, it bounces off the crossbar. Richard taps that one off the post. Now Zach looking to do something with it, but Swine challenges him. Richard's going to send this one off the corner, and that's going to roll down, but Dom sends it away out of danger. Swine sending that one almost a little bit on target, but Zach makes a good pass up to Linko, who ends up just whiffing. An unfortunate chance for them there. That could have been a pretty solid goal. Now Swine's going to flick this over one. He wants to get it over some other players, but it looked like Dom came in out of nowhere and stopped him pretty early. Richard goes up for a good challenge on Linko, and Linko's not able to get the shot. That ball's going to roll down to the Obsidian side now. Zach looks like he wants to go back with it, but he lets Dom take it instead. Dom booms that one up, and he's trying to get another touch, but Luck sends that into his own corner, and on that bounce, it could be dangerous, but Dom and Linko bumped each other, and that ruins that offensive pressure fairly quickly. But Zach is able to recover and pick up where his teammates left off. Now Luck is going to send that one downfield to a waiting Dom, though, who's going to try to set up here and get it back in the solar zone. But that's floating in center. However, as this timer ticks down, there's just no way Solar can pick up the 5 goals needed to do anything about this, which means Game 1 is going to go to Obsidian.
It was very interesting because, like I was reading the stats, it looked like Solar had just a little bit of shot percentage above Obsidian. But Obsidian obviously took that game. They had 10 shots compared to Obsidian's 3 shots. And, Obsidian 10 shots, Solar 3 shots. So Solar in the second game, they're really going to have to pick it up and try to put more shots on goal, or at least keep the ball on Obsidian's side.
Exactly. And surprisingly, even though they won 5-0, it's looking like Obsidian thinking the lag was affecting them a little bit, and they're going to ask for a new server. So we're just going to get that set up. Unfortunately, they need to leave, though, in order for that to work. And now I don't know how to communicate this to the Xbox players that we're doing a new server. So we just kind of have to hope that they get the message. Taco, if you want to leave, too, that might help them get an idea. I just want to make sure that before everyone leaves. There we go. Richard's going to leave, and then Swine. And then, all right, perfect. So we are all out now. Let me recreate that server. And we should be good to go in just a moment. Sorry about this, guys. This is always the kind of boring part. But, you know, you can't play when you're having a bunch of lag, so I get it. Alright, it is back up, Taco, so you should be able to join now. What's happening? Except I'm having a very strange moment where for some reason I can't pick a team. Are you in here or no?
Yeah, I'm in here. If you pull up the scoreboard,
Nope.
does it?
I'm gonna just leave and then join it, and that should fix it.
Okay.
I hope I remember the password right. Yep. All right. Sweet. That was a very strange thing.
So while we're trying to figure out our technical issues,
There we
just to
go.
recap right now, the minor leagues, CO2 is currently in the championship after winning the match against Newton's Law. Obsidian and Solar will decide who CO2 will play against after this series. Obsidian's up currently 1-0.
Exactly. We saw a pretty dominant Obsidian team in that first game. I mean, coming out with 5-0 total. I think Solar's going to have to change things a lot, just get that ball out of their offensive or out of their defensive zone a lot more and really capitalize on those few opportunities that they do get in order to beat this team, because it seemed like they got some solid opportunities, but things just never kind of went their way, and there was just a few whiffs coming out, and and the ball just not connecting basically. But
Well,
as we get
I apologize. It's a good thing about best of 7. The game 1, hopefully get the jitters out. Solar will then regroup and hopefully play the game that they know they can play.
Exactly. So now we have Richard just going to go up here and try to tap this one back into the corner. It looks like Linko wants to get the back pass over to Dom, though, but Richard's going to tap that one away, and he snags that boost, so he has a lot of potential to do something for his team here. But he just overshoots the ball a little bit, and Linko's able to make a touch, and then Zach's going to boom that one out, barely getting away from the potential goal. And now Zach and Dom double commit, which could allow Luck to clear it and back into the Obsidian zone, and he does. But now Linko makes a long clear, and that's going to roll in the empty net as Richard didn't have the boost to save it, and it just barely went over Swine.
So right now I'm just going to interrupt that just to remind everybody that Linko is currently ahead of our Twitch, and we do have an Instagram account, so hopefully you'll get that information in our chat, and if you join our Discord, you'll see more additional information.
It is also right in the bottom left of your screen right now. I don't think you can click it. Actually, I know you can't click it, but that's the tag. Fresh Shot of Luck is going to boom that one downfield, but it looks like Zach's going to be there to send that one right back. Dom's going to try to get a touch into center, but he can't quite do it, but it faked enough of the team that they couldn't do too much with it. But they still get the boomer clear anyway. Swine's going to try to challenge this on Zach now, but Zach gets it ahead of 2, and with the double commit there, this could be a solid opportunity for Obsidian, but it looks like Richard's back, and he's going to send that one over to the corner, getting the extra touch, going for the pinch. He does, and it's going to go over Linko, I believe, but no, Linko gets the smallest of touches just to stop that from happening. And now Richard back passing to Luck, but Luck got beat, which is going to allow Dom to score on another basically open net. I just don't think Luck was ready for that back pass at all.
What I'm liking so far about Obsidian, it seems like Linko is, the position man. He's controlling the ball, and Dom is there to capitalize on, any shots that he can, which proves why he's been scoring so much so far.
Exactly. They mesh well together, and I mean, when you have a team that just plays so well together and plays so frequently together, they're tough to beat. And not only that, but when you're factoring in the fact that they're probably some of the most mechanically skilled players in the minors, it's going to be tough to beat them. I mean, which is evident by the fact that they're first in their division and were undefeated for a fairly long time as well. But this could be bad as that ball's almost in the open net. Linko's barely going to get the touch to send that away, and now he's going to try to take this up back to the other side. Linko's just going to try to follow this and get one more touch, but it looks like all 3 Solar players are going to be there for the 50-50, so it goes their way. But Dom 50-50's Richard, and that's going to go straight to Zach, who tried to get the touch, but he couldn't quite. Swine can't do anything with it as he's out of boost, but luckily Luck was there to take it over. But that ball's still going to go center. Richard trying to get the tap so that somebody can't shoot that, and he does. Dom just ends up going right underneath it. Luck's going to flick that one up so that somebody else can pick it up. Zach's going back now trying to do something with this, but Linko sends it over to the other side. Richard's going to get one more tap, though, to try to get it over to Swine so he can take a shot, but it looked like Linko cut that pass off early. Luck sending this one up the back wall now, and Linko can't catch it. That could be dangerous as that's floating right in front of the net, and Richard just cannot come in and clean it up. Again, just like what I was talking about earlier, man, they just cannot capitalize on these little opportunities that they get, like just nobody could get there in time, and that's really killer for them right now.
Still giving credit to Obsidian because they have a very well defense against other teams. So even though they were scrambling right there, they still made sure that didn't go in the goal.
Exactly. They are a good all-around team. Like we were talking about earlier. Yeah, they can keep the offensive pressure up for as long as basically they want. But that doesn't mean that when it comes back to defense, they can't do anything about it because they're still going to be tough to beat back there as well. Now we see Linko just trying to play with this on the wall. Richard's going to try to make a shot here, but Dom's going to send that one away to the other side. Swine trying to catch it, but he gets a little bit behind it, so now he has to recoil back and try to make a touch here. He does, but that's going to go right to Luck, who's going to try to pass it up to Richard, but Zach cuts that off early. Zach going to send that one down to Luck, but Luck just gets a little tap to put that back over him. Linko's going to boom that one off the wall and going off the backboard. That could be dangerous, but Dom just cannot get the shot. Now Linko going to try to 50-50 this one. That one's right into center. Can Zach get the shot? He can't. Swine puts that down, though, and that might be on target. No, it's just going to hit the post a little bit. But now Richard's sending that one up to somebody, but nobody was actually there to receive it. It looked like Swine turned around a little early. Richard's going to try to center this one here. Zach doesn't get the best touch on it, so he's still going to be center. Dom now trying to turn around here and focus on something, but it looks like Linko is there. Now Dom's out of boost, which could be bad for him as Luck's trying to take the shot. That's still floating in center, though. Can Richard get it? And he can, and that just barely floats over Zach. What do you think? 41 seconds left. Can they do it?
They have, to take a quote from you, plenty of time. Because, 41 seconds, all they need one goal. Solar's obviously turning the pressure because they know if they fall too far behind in this series, that is going to be out of reach for them.
Exactly. I think they definitely could. We've seen some really solid opportunities for them, but I would be surprised if Obsidian kind of dropped the ball right here. I think they're too good of a team to let the pressure of this low time get to them and to allow that goal in. Does that make sense? Except maybe not, as that ball is just going to go into the open net. No, Linko gets a save. Barely coming out there. That was a great save from him. I don't even know how he got back in time for that. But now Zach's going to try to put this one over into the corner. Swine's going to challenge that one. Zach just trying to do something here, kind of kill time a little bit, and maybe even get the extra goal. But Richard's going to save that one, and it's not going to happen. Linko goes up for the challenge, and that could be dangerous, but no, Dom gets that one, and that's going to touch the ground, taking us to the end of the game, too. Obsidian now up 2-0.
With that last save, Linko got the Savior medal on that game with 3 saves. It was a lot closer score, but if you still look at the shots, Solar, put a lot more pressure. They had 7 shots compared to Obsidian's 5. So at what point do you think that Solar, are starting to tell each other that we have to push or else it's going to be a do or die?
Well, I think they definitely made that adjustment even just after the first game. I mean, you saw them a lot less in their own zone. The first game was pretty much all Obsidian offense and Solar just letting it happen to them. Whereas this time around, they were a lot more offensively heavy. They got the ball out of their zone. They made solid clears. And it was... I just somehow lagged out. Okay. But you saw them getting a lot more solid long clears, getting the ball on target, and eventually it did show up on the scoreboard as it translated to a much lower scoreline, only 2-1 compared to that 5-0 first game. So I think they're making the adjustments they need to, and the scoreboard might not show it right now, but I think we could have a longer series than you might be expecting.
Well, Game 3 is not really a do-or-die moment, but it is going to be a little bit more pressure on Solar to try to pick up this win to, like you said, force a longer series.
Right, exactly. This is a really dangerous situation because, I mean, as soon as you go down 3-0, you're in the potential for that sweep, and that's just heartbreaking and really momentum killing and tough to come back out from. So while this may not necessarily be the game that takes the series, it's still a very important one for Solar to win because if they don't, it's going to be a really tough hole to climb out of. And they almost get it there, but Dom with a great little double save, and then Luck just cannot get there, so Dom's going to make the long clear there. Richard's going to have to make a tight little save here, but it ends up going off the post, actually, so he's okay. And Dom isn't going to quite get that touch, but it's still bouncing off the backboard, so Zach can do something with it. Swine going to make the clear, though. Now Richard's going to go for the extra touch, but he ends up missing on the wall, so Swine's going to get one more. That one goes right over the Linko, and he has a good opportunity here as Dom has to make kind of an awkward touch, but he gets it anyways. Dom going to try to send this one out, but Luck challenges him, and that's going to bounce into center. Zach trying to beat Richard, and Richard runs out of boost, which is unfortunate for him, and Dom just can't get the shot off. A great passing play from them. Just a great field knowledge from Obsidian to be able to know he was down there. And Solar just made a very dangerous play, but it ended up being all right for them as that ball didn't go in. But that ball's still going to try to bounce center, but Swine makes a nice little touch to send that one down the line. Zach going to backflip there to try to stall it out a little bit, but Richard's going to pass this one to Swine. Dom now trying to send this one up the side wall, just going to get a little extra flick there. Now he's just going to be challenged and met by Luck. Zach trying to tap this one up, but it looks like it's going to bounce straight back, and nobody's going to be there for the shot. Linko kind of just waiting a little bit, but he gets a shot opportunity, but Richard makes a nice little save there. Zach, without any boost, is still going to try to get the offensive pressure here, and he does it well, but Richard clears it over to the other side, and that's going to take some of the pressure off a little bit at least. but now that ball is still in their zone. And, you know, as I said it earlier, they were making the clears better and not letting the pressure mount up, but I think they've reverted back into that game 1 mentality here.
Well, Obsidian is still putting on the pressure. They do not want Solar to take game 3, obviously, because they just want 2 more wins, get done, focus on CO2.
Right, exactly. I think they are, based on how they're playing right now, I think they're looking for the sweep and want to just be done with this as soon as humanly possible. And they have the potential to do it. Dom going to try to do something with this one off the sidewall, but he can't quite, so Swine's going to challenge that one. Linko now going to take this up the other side, though. He just has to get one more touch in the center, and he does. That's going to bounce right off the backboard, right to Zach, who has the opportunity. But Richard comes up well and is able to send that one away. Luck just going to miss on that a little bit, so now he's going to try to get the other touch, but it looked like a triple commit even coming out from Solar, which leaves Dom to just tap that one in.
Yeah, Dom's still the guy to capitalize. It was good 50-50, if you want to call it, against almost a triple commit. Unfortunately, that triple commit left that net open. And I do want to take a quick second to thank Harenby for following our stream. And also to shout out to the 50-plus viewers. Hopefully you're finding this very entertaining.
Now Linko's going to send that one over into the corner, but Richard's going to try to bounce it right back and get it centered. It is centered, but can somebody get the shot off? They can. Zach just kind of drove away from that ball. I'm not too sure what he was doing there. Maybe he was expecting a teammate to come up. But he was the only one in net, and if you look, he just kind of left. But Swine makes a good touch anyways. It was a great center, and he's able to just tap that one home.
That's a dangerous thing about rotation, is sometimes you have to trust your teammates, and you know that can happen. So good job to Solar for capitalizing on that.
Definitely, but now Swine's going to try to send this one downfield, maybe pick up that lead that they've been so desperately after. They have not led in this series, or in any games in this series so far. I think this is the closest they've been with the 1-1 scoreline besides 0-0. So this is probably their best chance here. But Linko's going to tap that one up and just try to make it a little bit harder by putting the pressure back on. We saw them, you know, just dominating so much in the first half of this game that maybe it's going to work well for him. But Richard makes a nice little touch, and then Linko's going to send that one away over to the right side. Swine's going to try to make something happen with this, though, but I think Dom's going to clear that one past him, and he does. Dom's trying to get the extra touch, but he just can't quite do it, so Luck gets in anyways. Zach's now going to try to do something with it, but that one 50-50 straight up. And then Linko just unfortunately whiffs, which could be bad as Luck's coming in, but it looked like an Obsidian player was able to make it the touch there. Dom now going to send this one away across his own net. A dangerous play, but the smart one there, and I think that that's something that's really tough to learn how to do, is when to put it in front of your own net and when not to. And the majority of the time, it's don't. But that was a smart play from him, as that was his only option, and there was no offensive player there ready to take the shot.
And then it still goes back to the rotation. Obsidian's, you know, doing very well, being very quick, and so they can, you know, afford those, you know, times where the ball's right in front of their goal.
Exactly. But now Swine's going to chip this one up high, and it looks like Richard's going to go in and try to get the shot. He gets the touch around Zach, but that's not going to be on target, so Dom's going to sit and play with this one a little bit. Passing it over to Linko, and now Zach's going to try to turn on this, but no, Linko's going to challenge instead. That ball's in center, but Dom was a little bit pushed too far up, so he's unable to do anything with that. But now Zach has full boost and plenty of time to work with it, but Richard is able to challenge very quickly. Looks like Zach's just going to flick that one up, though, and hope that a teammate can come and pick it up. Now that ball's going to go right to Dom, who's going to pass it over to Linko. I'm sorry. No, that was Dom. Linko trying to get it centered now, but unfortunately Luck's just going to tap that one right off. And with only 20 seconds left, we're still tied. There's a possible overtime, but maybe not, as Richard's going to try to put that one on target. But Dom was there and ready for the shot. Luck puts it away now, but Richard going again. Looks like Solar do not want to go into overtime in this game and are just trying desperately to get this final goal to give them the lead. And they have another good chance here, as that ball is bouncing right in front of center. But a great touch by Dom off the back wall, able to get the clear away. That ball is finally going to touch, and we are going to go to overtime. What are you thinking?
Well, Solar is just slowly pushing harder on Obsidian, and it's no surprise that in Game 3 that they pushed in overtime. They are looking very strong right now, stats-wise. They have comparable stats, 4 shots to 4 shots with 3 saves to 3 saves. So overtime is a perfect Game 3 right now.
I completely agree, and they had a good chance there, but Dom was unfortunately just ready for that save and was able to make it. Zach's going to boom that one up, though, and if nobody gets the touch, that could be bad, but Swine gets a nice little touch there to save them. We've seen Obsidian pretty solid at reading those backboard shots, and especially on a slow roller like that, but then Zach dunks it in off of the post. This is a bad spot to be if you're Solar. You are now down 3-0 on possible sweep, and that was a great angle by Zach. I mean, just really getting in there, just sneaking it in.
Well,
I'm worried
Zach,
for him.
yeah, Solar, is what we've been saying all night. Is Game 4. You don't want to be swept. Unfortunately, like we saw in the last series. So, but Zach did very well. He's not the Obsidian standout player, but he is very helpful. Safety net player, and was utilized greatly to save that game for them.
Exactly, and I think so. We talked about how they had comparable stats, and Obsidian had the 3 saves when we said it. It ended up being 4, but I think an important thing to note there is that the player with all of the saves on Obsidian was Dom. So I think you just need to find that moment where you can get Dom out of the play, whether it's with a bump, a demo, or just catching them in a rotation where Dom's not the one in net, and you might have a much better chance, as he seems to be the only one really doing anything net-wise, at least in that game, for his team right now. So I think you really just need to find your moment when he's not there and just boom that one home.
Well, I'm sure Obsidian is going to try to do that in this Game 4 of the series. They're probably going to expect Solar to just go all out and have no fear, but Obsidian's doing a very well job, controlling the game and the series.
Exactly, and I apologize. I'm getting some small lag occasionally here, even in the game. It's not the stream. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm just messing up a little bit, but Zach got the shot there, and that had a good opportunity, but it's going to bounce off the post, and nobody from Obsidian is going to be there in order to save it, or in order to finish it, I'm sorry. Dom's now going to boom this one off the wall, but it looks like nobody's going to go up from Obsidian. Never mind, Linko out of nowhere, but Richard's going to get the touch to send it away. Swine's going to boom this one upfield now, and that's going to roll along, and it looks like Dom has no boost, but he gets the save anyways. Dom's just, like I said, a shutdown defensive player right now, and you got to find a way to take him out of this play. Zach's now going to go up the wall and try to boom this one upfield, but Luck's going to send that one back on target, and that might be in. It looked like Dom didn't even want to go for it there, just knowing that that ball was going to be in for sure.
Yeah.
And
Solar, Solar, Game 4, leading the game right now, 1-0. Luck understands how much of a pressure moment is, so he took advantage of that situation, and hopefully Solar will be able to pick it up the rest of the game.
Hopefully, I mean, I'd love to see a longer series, and we do see Solar with their first lead of the series so far. This is, I mean, literally the only time they've held a lead whatsoever. So hopefully they can extend that, get this game going a little bit, find their place in the match. But maybe not, as Dom's going to try to take the shot, but that one's going to go off the sidewall. Swine's going to send that one downfield, though, so now Linko's going to have to turn on it, and he misread it, thinking it was going to roll up, and that allows Richard to take the shot, giving them the 2-goal lead now, 1:30 into this game. I don't know.
Richard was following that very well. He was waiting to see if there was going to be a mistake that could be had. Linko unfortunately didn't get the touch he won, so Richard just capitalized on it, got an easy goal, 2-0.
And I think that might be the smell of a Solar comeback here. What are you thinking?
I wouldn't be surprised, but streaming that last series, I was hoping for a longer series, but it still ended 4-0, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one.
I wish I could say I was hoping for it as well, but I think that I just can't get past the team bias. Richard's going to try to take this one up the wall now and get that boom into center. Again, I apologize for this lag. I don't know. I'm going to try to fix it in a moment after this game, but if we go to a Game 5. But at the current moment, I can't do anything about it, and Swine makes a solid dunk over Linko there, just able to read him well and just slam that one home. We saw the double commit on defense from Dom and his teammate, Zach, I'm sorry. So Linko was the only one back and just couldn't do anything as Swine just dunked him there. Solar 3-0 now.
I think Solar, like we said, they're just going all out, do or die, and Obsidian, maybe they weren't prepared for that because they do have a strong defense, but if Solar turned up the pressure, there's a reason why it's a 3-0 game right now.
Completely, and I think there have been some interesting plays from Obsidian in defense. I think they're just not quite living up to that same hype that they were before. The touches that they've been making are a little bit more questionable, and I think maybe they just came into this Game 4 and thought it might be too easy, you know what I mean? And they're being punished as a result of that. I don't know what changed, but I think they've just fallen off their game a little bit, and Solar has definitely picked up theirs, so that combination has led to, as you see, this big scoreline. But now Richard's going to try to tap this one off the wall and get this ball cleared out, try to keep that pressure up and make sure that they maintain this lead. Luck now going to have to recoil into his own end to try to get the touch off the backboard here. He does, but that's going to pass right to Swine, who makes a long touch. Linko barely able to get the save, but Luck is still in a good position to shoot it. But unfortunately, Luck just misses, but it still has potential. However, Dom's going to send that one away. Not trying to beat out Luck and get the shot, but Luck manages to get the touch. But that ball's rolling right into center, and nobody from Obsidian was there to score it, so Solar can take a sigh of relief on that one. Dom trying to get back now and challenges on the wall. Luckily, Richard misses, but that ball is going to go right to Luck, who booms that one off the back wall. Zach going to tap that one over to the side now. Dom booms that one downfield. Now Swine trying to get it back, but Zach doesn't have the boost to really challenge it too early, so he just has to make a light touch, and that could be bad, as I think he's the last one back with no boost. But it ends up all right, as Luck's going to try to 50-50 this one now. But it doesn't really go either person's way, and that ball's just going to sit right there. But then he gets the other shot. Can Dom save it? He can, but that's still on the line. Zach coming out of nowhere to make the final save. But Dom and Linko were kind of caught up in the back of the net there. That was a really dangerous moment, but it looked like Zach saved them from anything too crazy. Now Richard trying to get that ball downfield, but it looks like Dom's going to go up the back wall and wait for it. He does get the touch, but Richard reads him really well and is just trying to get this ball into center a little bit more. Swine now going to touch that one over to Zach, and that has potential, but Richard can't put it in the back of the net. Dom going to try to mess with that one, but Zach's going to send this one off to the wall, and the lag is very bad right now. Richard going to try to do something with this, but Linko's going to boom it downfield. Swine trying to get up and get the touch, but now that ball's going to shoot over to the other side. I am so sorry for this. I cannot do much about it. Zach is going to try to get this going. Dom taking that one off the back wall. It's going to go over to the right now. 30 seconds left in this match. I don't think Obsidian has the time to come back, especially not with this ball in such a dangerous zone, but Richard's not going to be able to finish that. And I think we've seen a complete role reversal here, as Obsidian has been the one that spent this entire match in their defensive zone.
Well, I think you called it. You know, Obsidian just seemed to get too comfortable. Solar, you know, went all-out aggression, and it's going to end up 3-0. Even the stats match how that game went, because Solar had 10 shots compared to Obsidian's 3. So if Obsidian wants to take this, you know, they better turn up the aggression, or Solar's going to do the reverse sweep.
Exactly. I think, like we talked about, they just got a little bit too okay with everything that was happening, and maybe thought things were going to be a little bit too easy, and it did not work out well for him.
Yeah.
But
even Obsidian had 5 saves compared to those 10 shots. But well done, Solar, for really putting on the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see just the discrepancy between Game 1 to Game 4 there. Because, I mean, in Game 1 we saw pretty much Obsidian on offense the entire time, and then a literal role reversal there to where Solar was doing it the whole time. So I think coming into this Game 5, it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited to see if Obsidian can, you know, pick it back up and fix what they messed up last game, or if Solar can keep that pressure and that momentum going from that Game 4 and really just try to get this reverse sweep going.
I like to think that Game 5 is basically going to tell all and see how this series goes, because Obsidian obviously is 1 game away from going to the championship. Solar, you know, they still have to win a couple games, obviously. So I don't know if you want to call it a do or die moment every single time Solar has to play, or if Obsidian's finally going to get their head straight and play the game that they know. I think this game is going to be, well, still important as the last one.
I actually would agree with you and say that this game is probably the most important for them right now, in the simple sense that yes, all of them are do or die. You know, all of them, if they lose, they're going home and they're done with their season. But this game really sets the terms, the tone of the rest of the series, simply because if you can win these 2 in a row, then okay, you found your pace and you've got your momentum on your side. Now you just have to finish it. So I think this is probably the most important one for Solar, and they really just need to hold it off here and get something going. But now Dom is going to try to boom that one downfield, but it looks like we're going to have a waiting Richard who's going to try to play with that in the corner. When somebody else taps it so that Linko can't do much with it, and Dom's just going to go right over that ball, trying to predict Swine a little bit too much. Now Zach gets
Did you turn off the ticker?
Oh, no, I did not. Thank you. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm tired, man. It was a long day. But we have a good opportunity here from Dom, who just can't quite get the touch. Now Linko going to try to do something with it, but it's going to go right past him. So Zach's going to have to send this one back up the wall. Swine trying to do something with it now, but he can't quite do anything. So Zach's going to send this one over to the other side. Linko trying to come up here, but he and Zach double commit, which might ruin their offensive chances, as nobody's going to be able to rotate. But Dom does anyways, and he puts that shot on target, which allows Luck to make kind of a long clear, but Zach and Linko are both waiting again with the double commit. I think we've seen Obsidian kind of lose their rotation here a little bit in this last couple seconds, so We'll see if they can pick that one back up and really get it going. It looks like they've kind of figured it out here, but only time will tell. Now Zach trying to 50-50 that one, and Richard's going to send it into the Obsidian zone. Richard gets a nice little extra touch, and Luck's going up for the shot, but it got challenged pretty effectively by an Obsidian player. Zach is unfortunately out of boost, though, so he just kind of has to shadow challenge and try to fake somebody out. But it worked well, as now Dom's going to boom this one up to Linko. Linko's going to go and try to get the touch into center, but he couldn't quite do it, so Richard's going to send this one the other way. Zach's going to boom that one off the back wall, and he puts it off the back wall again. There's a possible open net shot. Dom putting that one a little bit too high, though, and now Linko is forced to put it over to the other side to try to make something happen. Richard getting the save there, as that shot was surprisingly on target. And now Swine picking up the other save, as we've seen Obsidian really turn that pressure back up. But this could be a bad situation for them, as that ball's going to bounce off the back wall, but nobody from Solar was going to challenge. That ball's going to bounce straight down, and Dom's going to read it well as he sits and waits for it, but unfortunately just missed his touch. And now Richard's going to center that one, but Linko sends it far, and Swine has to make the save here. That ball's going in. He does get the touch, and that one rolls a little bit wide now. But that ball's going to go right up to Richard, who's going to cross it to the other side, and that's going to go up for a potential shot, but Dom gets the extra little touch. It's going to push it too far back. Now Linko trying to get something with it, but he ends up faking Swine as he misses, and that ball is still floating in the same position. Zach going to 50-50 this one right in front of net, though. Dom can't quite get the touch, but maybe Linko can. But Swine gets the save, earning his savior medal in this 0-0 game. Swine definitely keeping his team alive here. And I think pretty much everybody on the team has had their fair share of saves, on the Solar team I'm referring to. But that could not mean anything, as Zach puts someone off the backboard, and this is a good opportunity. But no, it's going to go the other way, and I think that's a 2-on-1 here. Zach needs to do something to really keep his team breathing here, but no, he misses, and then so does Dom, unfortunately. Luckily, no one from Solar was expecting both of those misses, so they have a little bit of space to breathe. That ball's going to roll over to the other side now, and Linko's going to tap that one straight over to the net. But it looks like Richard's going to boom that one off the back wall, but it's still dangerous as Dom centers that for Zach, who's going to try to get the shot. No, he puts it off the backboard. Dom going to try to finish it now, but he was not expecting the Solar team to kind of just let that one roll, so he misses on that. Zach going to try to do something with it here. Now putting it up the corner, gets it over Richard, but he gets boomed up the wall, and that's going to slow him down enough that Luck can get the touch. But Linko reads it well and comes in for it. Luck barely getting a little touch there, but Zach reads it anyways and does get the challenge. Richard going to boom this one into the corner. Dom now trying to get something. Linko finally getting the actual clear off to the side there. That was looking a little bit dangerous, as they had already beaten two of their players. Obsidian now back on offense after what felt like a pretty long break for them, especially after they were dominating the offensive pressure so heavily. But now they have another chance, as Zach's going to tap that one a little bit over Swine, but Swine makes the clear anyways. Linko's going to put that one off to the left again, but that goes right into the waiting arms of Luck, who then reads Dom really well and is going to be able to possibly get one more touch to put the center. It goes over Zach. Will it go over Linko, though? No, Linko gets the touch. And with 10 seconds left, this game is still scoreless, but maybe not, as Swine puts a shot on target. And with 7 seconds left, they take the lead.
Wow, this is a crazy game because, you know, it's getting to the point where everybody's starting to get a little scrambled and a little panicky, and it did seem like a lot of that play was a little sloppy, but Solar was able to score at the very end, and it looks like they're going to take Game 5.
I believe you're right on that one, but I would not count out Obsidian yet. We see Linko going up there, and he snags that boost. He has a potential, but it looks like Richard's just going to drop that one, and Solar is, in fact, going to take this Game 5. Like we said, that one was so important because now they have 2 games of momentum on their side, and they've shown Obsidian that, hey, you know what? Even when you're just peppering us with shots and holding the ball in our defensive zone for so long, we're still going to beat you. So now if you're Obsidian going into this Game 6 situation, yeah, you're up by 2 games, but you've just lost 2 in a row, and you ruined basically the sweep potential, and that has to be devastating.
Well, I think the weakness for Obsidian right now is their mentality game, because even though the Rocket League is a video game, this is still a competitive league, and everybody wants to do their best and not let down their team. Obsidian has been on a pedestal, and so they believe they've felt the pressure, and so I'm questioning their mentality right now. If Solar wins this next game, I can see Solar with a reverse sweep.
I'm thinking you're right. They've shown a lot of potential in these last couple games. And I think they just have the potential to do it. I mean, they've played really well. And like I said, even when they're being peppered with shots and peppered with opportunities, they still were able to come away with that win, which was very surprising. So, I mean, all it takes is the one little shot there we saw. I think that might have been one of like 2 of their shots total in the game, and they end up getting the goal off of it. But now Linko's going to boom that one up, and with that demo, that could be dangerous, but Linko maybe didn't recognize the play exactly and tapped that one off the back while he definitely had the opportunity to shoot. But that's a good pass coming out from Dom, but nobody was ready to receive it. But now Zach has the opportunity to hit this one off the wall, try to get something going here. He makes a good little touch that gets it past one, but not past the rest. Now Linko trying to do it. He does get it center, but can Dom get there in time? He can't, and that ball's just going to roll too far to the right, and nothing's going to result of that play. But that ball might be on target. No, it hits the post. Now Linko has to turn for that as he wasn't really expecting the post bounce, but Dom puts it top shelf, and they're going to take an early lead 45 seconds into this game.
That action I liked right there. Linko kind of made a split-second decision whether to chase or not, but possibly he saw Dom coming and got out of the way, and Dom had an easy goal.
Exactly. I think just solid communication. It looked like he wanted to touch it there, but Dom was able to call him off, and they worked well together and ended up picking up the goal off of it. I think maybe we're seeing Obsidian playing a little bit better this game. I mean, I feel like they just had early opportunities there, and then again, they've had a bunch, so maybe that doesn't speak to how they're going to play for the rest of the game. But this could be bad for Solar, especially as they're going to pick up the other goal. No, they're not. Where did Swine come from? Off the demo, I think. Just absolutely out of nowhere, even faking me out. I thought they had that in the bag, but Swine with a great save there.
I believe Swine came from his mommy.
Gosh darn it. Tom's going to try to pick this up here and send it over into the Solar zone, but Swine's going to send that one right back into Obsidian's half. Now Zach is going to get challenged, and Luck is going to put that one off into the other zone, and he picks up the demo on Linko. This could be very good for his team, as that definitely throws off the rotation, but Linko spawns in a good spot to slow that ball down. But that ball's still going to roll center, but Dom's there to clear that one all the way far side. Now Richard trying to play with it. He gets one tap past one, but now he has to try to beat out Zach here. He gets the touch into center. Is there going to be a teammate there? No, in fact, it's Linko who came up and took that off him. But Richard makes the long touch, which is going to bounce off this wall, and Dom's not going to be able to get it. So now Richard has the opportunity to tie the game, and he does. 3 minutes left, tie game. I don't know.
I'm starting to think that Obsidian's getting a little bit more aggressive. That they understand that now the stakes are a little bit higher for them, and they're losing their little cushion. And Solar is half aggression, half excited. So, you know, I'm concerned that both teams are starting to get a little bit sloppy given, you know, the pressure. So 1-1, it's still fair game.
Yeah, I definitely am inclined to agree with you. I mean, we saw a completely scoreless game up until overtime last time, where we saw them playing a little bit more conservatively. But then we've seen kind of some silly mistakes here from both teams. In the terms of Obsidian's first goal, we saw kind of all of Solar just not really challenge the ball and let it happen. And then on that one, I can't exactly pinpoint where the mistake was, but I remember there being one. I am sorry, I am tired. Richard's going to send that one right in the center, though. A great pass to Luck, but Luck does not get the touch he needed, and that could set up Zach to make the center. But Zach doesn't get a great touch either, and that allows Swine to put it away, but he does not make a good pass, and Dom's going to try to put the shot, but that one's going to go off the sidebar, but now Linko goes for it, but that goes way too high, and Zach's not going to be able to get there either, so that wall's going to roll off the wall. Zach trying to get one more touch, but it looks like Swine's able to touch that one away fairly easily. But now Dom with the shot. Luck makes the save, but it's still in the danger zone, but Richard gets a nice little backflip to send it away, and now Richard clearing that one down as well. I think Richard's doing a lot of work here to keep his team alive. I mean, I feel like in almost every crucial moment, he's the one that comes out and makes the save for them. Or the goal.
I think all of Solar are actually doing very well. I mean, Swine is surprised us with saves. Richard's, you know, got the attack going. Luck is always there to help out the team. You know, I'm going to call it now. Next team that can score is going to, you know, win this match and send in games, you know, well, that's it. They're going to win this match.
I completely agree. I think every player here is playing fantastic, and like I said, Richard has been playing really well, but I don't think one player has necessarily done all of the work for a team. So I feel like I may have misphrased earlier, so I appreciate you for talking about the rest as well. But now we see Swine going to try to put this one off the backboard into the center, and Richard gets the touch, but Zach with the save. A very close opportunity, and it's still dangerous as it's bouncing in front of that Obsidian zone. And Zach tries to get it up to Dom, but unfortunately two defenders were there as well. And this could be another tough situation, but luckily somebody stalls it there, and that ball's going to putter out. But now Dom's going to try to get this past Swine, but he's out of boost, so he goes for a little bit of a fake. Now he's going to catch that and try to get the flick, but unfortunately boosts a little bit too early and loses it there. So now Swine's going to try to take this out, but he gets a little bit of a weird flip off the wall, and that gun's going to go right to Linko, who takes a shot. But Richard with the save. 30 seconds left. I am inclined to agree with you that next goal wins the match, and it could be this one off of the shot from Linko and a great demo from Dom.
Dom is that sneaky player. He is always there when the team needs him, and Dom saw the ball. Linko had the chance to score, and Dom took out the goalie. I can't talk. I'm so excited.
Oh, I completely feel you. I'm in the same boat. Don't worry. But now we see Luck trying to boom this one up and get his team set up to make something happen in the last 15 seconds here. He gets a touch off the backboard, but unfortunately sends it away, and now Swine can't get the touch. 10 seconds left until the possible Obsidian going to the finals. Richard trying to do something here, but Dom challenges him well. 5 seconds. This looks dangerous, but that's a good opportunity. Richard puts the shot on target. 1 second left with the tie game.
Solar
I did not
does not
expect
want to
that.
go away.
Solar holding on for dear life, literally at this point. 1 second left. What a tie game. And we're going to go to Obsidian. It looks like we were both wrong. The next goal did not decide the match. We're going to need one more to really get it in. And I don't know who it's going to be from, man. It's a complete toss-up at this point to me.
All right, secondary prediction. Whoever wins this overtime wins the match.
I think that is how overtimes work in general in the game, yeah.
The game, not the match.
I'm confused, but that might be because I'm tired, so...
As you think about that, anyway, back to Rocket League.
Zach's going to get the doink there. That's going to send it downfield, but Swine reads it well and is going to put that one off the side. But it looked like we got a shot coming out there, and now Richard is going to try to go. Or I'm sorry, Luck is going to try to go, and he does get it over one. Now Richard trying to get the touch in the center. That's dangerous, but Dom sends it away fairly easily. Zach going to try to turn for this now, but he backs off as he thought a Solar player was going to touch it in. But now Dom gets a very interesting touch, and Linko kind of sends it away into his own zone for Solar. Maybe a little bit planned, but it could be bad here as that ball's right in front of their own zone. Richard can't get the shot, though. Dom also can't get the touch to clear it, which means Richard's still just going to play with this ball. That ball's still bouncing there. Zach's going to try to boom this one up. He does get it. Linko looks like he wants to center it, but no, maybe Zach will. A good 50-50 leaves that ball right in front of the net, and then another 50-50 dropping right in front. Swine reads it well, but his own player gets in the way. That... I'm sorry. My throat is sore.
This game's so good, you're getting all choked up.
Yeah, exactly, man. And oh no, maybe again, but Luck sends it away well. He read that touch very nicely. Dom now trying to get it as well, but Luck is going to touch it again. Luck looking to maybe get the center here and really finish this overtime, but no, Swine does, and then a miss, and Luck dunks it in. Solar taking the game. 1 game away from the reverse sweep. They have tied it up at 3. I mean, it's do or die for both teams here, literally now. And that is a very dangerous position to be in if you're Obsidian, because, I mean, you were up 3-0 and you've now lost 3 in a row. Momentum is not on your side. This could be the end for them, or they could step it up and come away with the win. I have no idea. I mean, the shot counter, absolute staggering numbers from both teams. We have 7 coming out from Solar and 9 coming out from Obsidian. Obsidian not with as many saves as they normally get. You know, we only see 3 coming out from that team, whereas we saw 5 from Solar. What are you thinking for, like, in terms of stats? Do you think Obsidian just kind of fell off there, or do you think that maybe the stats just don't reflect as well as they actually played?
I think Solar capitalized very well on Obsidian. Obsidian, did what they can to really put in goals when, to shut out the game. But Solar, that last second game before the end of the period, and then putting it away in overtime. I mean, Solar is earning what they're getting right now.
Oh, definitely. They are really just, I don't want to say scrambling because that implies, you're doing something wrong. But holding on and just making sure that they're never letting go of this series. And they've brought it to, I mean, they've brought it back all the way from 3-0 up to 3-3 now. And I'm excited for this Game 7.
Thankfully, we're to the point whoever wins this game wins the match. And shout out to the 62 viewers. They actually bumped up by 20 since this match has started. So they are in for a good finale.
Definitely. I couldn't have asked for a better game to stream tonight after I got home. I mean, yeah, sweeps by my team are cool, but how could you not ask for the possible reverse sweep? Game 7 coming out here. And looks like Richard is going to really try to get it off early as he puts that bounce shot, top right corner. A great shot from him and a really solid pass from Luck, too, on that pinch. I think
Richard
they could
with a nice aerial chasing that ball.
I'm kind of becoming a Solar fan here, man. I know I'm not supposed to show bias, but, like, they're winning my heart here with this incredible play and just holding on for dear life. Now that ball's going to go up into the corner, and Dom's going to try to bounce that one off the wall. It has a good opportunity, but it looks like Linko may have maybe bumped Zach a little bit there, and they end up just missing as a result, which is really not good. Somebody trying desperately to get the dribble there. I think that was Richard, but he couldn't quite. Now Linko's going to tap that one over to Dom, who has to turn around and snag that boost before he does anything with it. He makes a good 50-50 that puts that one right in front of net, and Linko scores in the open net. I think there was a defender in goal at first, but I don't know what happened to him.
You know, we are very lucky because 3 of the 4 last games so close, and you know, whoever wins this game really deserves on being in the championship against CO2. So hats off to both teams right now.
Exactly, and I mean, unfortunately for Swine there, if you saw, he just drove up the little lip in front of the goal, and that's got to be heartbreaking because, I mean, I say it all the time, but because we see it all the time, but we've all been there, and I feel for him on that one. But now he is going to try to make up for it, but maybe not, as Dom puts a shot right by the crossbar. Zach gets a little touch over here now. Swine finally getting the clear a little bit. Richard makes a nice little other touch, and then Linko snags that one off Dom, who I think had the shot opportunity. I think Obsidian communication is falling apart a little bit here, as they've gotten came back on. I don't know what the
words.
Yeah, those are tough. And then Swine dunks somebody well there, reading him really nicely. Richard's going to try to get the shot, but it looks like he just couldn't get the height on it, so Dom's going to tap that one away and get the save.
You know, not to take anything away from this high-pressure game, but we actually have a Twitter now, so hashtag words are hard.
I don't know if that's one that I want going down forever, man. My ineptitude at talking, I don't think is something I want trending on Twitter for RLPC. But anyway, Zach's going to put this one downfield now. Swine going to try to turn on it, but it looks like him and Luck double commit, and that's going to leave an open net opportunity for Linko, but Linko just misses. But Dom does a nice 50-50 there, but Luck's going to be able to clear that one away. Zach just kind of waiting for it and sending it into his own corner here. Luck's going to snag that boost and try to get a starve going on the Obsidian team, but they clear it away, and that's going to shut that down really quickly. Now Dom going for the shot, but he gets it a little bit too far to the right, and that's going to go out of the net. Zach going to try to do something with it here, but it looks like he's going to land on it. Might not be able to do too much, but he back passes to Linko, but that unfortunately messes Linko up as he wasn't ready for it, and he ends up sending it way too far to the left. Now Obsidian gets the nice 50-50 there that goes right to Zach, and Dom dunks Swine really well, which is going to allow Linko to come over here and try to get this ball centered, especially as no one's going up for it too early, but Richard comes out and he is able to send it away. Dom then does dunk. Oh man. There was a lot of
words are hard.
There was a lot of D's and TH's there that really messed me up. Too close together. Richard's going to send this one over to this other side now. Zach's going to try to get the backwards touch on it, but he can't quite. Richard with the demo, which is always dangerous in the defensive end as it throws your rotation off so much. And then Swine putting that off the backboard, going to try to read it, but he can't quite do it. So now Richard's going to wait for this touch, but he gets 50'd by Linko, and that ball's just going to float at the same spot. And then Dom reads Luck really well and just sends that one downfield. Zach trying to get the touch here, but Swine reads that one off of him. That ball's going to go right off the backboard, and it looks like Linko's going to try to get the touch again. He passes that one up to Dom. Zach makes a great shot. A great play from that team. And I don't want to say it because we said it last time, but that could be the deciding goal.
Well, Zach being clutch, you know, he takes the pass, puts in goal. It's nice to see him doing something to help out the team. He is very key.
And I want to actually really acknowledge, after seeing that replay, an incredible shot from Zach. Just that car control to turn around and then get like the backflip shot going in there. That was an absolutely amazing goal coming out from him that I didn't acknowledge at first because I just honestly didn't even realize it happened because it was so smooth. But now Swine's going to send that one over to the other side, and Linko's going to try to challenge this one. But unfortunately, that touch is going to put it into a dangerous position, and that ball's going to bounce off the back wall, but Linko makes a good touch away. But now Zach is forced to make a not-so-great touch, and then Dom might own goal, but that bounces off the backboard, but Luck capitalizes on the Obsidian mistake. What just happened?
It's just over-aggression. I mean, they knew they were one up. They wanted to try to do whatever it took to get out of their half, and you know, it just a good capitalization by Solar.
Exactly. Two just not great mistouches coming out right in front of the Obsidian net allowed them to just really capitalize. And that's some great presence by Luck to stay up there and wait for it, ready for that to happen. Anything can happen, you know, in a game of Rocket League, so at least having the presence of mind to not stay too committed, but still stay up there and be ready for that kind of thing is just great knowledge, and I loved seeing that, even though it wasn't the flashiest of goals. But now Richard's going to try to get this one centered to really take the lead here. Richard gets another touch, And now Linko's going to try to boom this one downfield. He just needs to get one more touch to get this centered for his team, but he's going to elect to go for the double touch. He gets it right to Dom, who puts the shot on target right in the center of the net. 30 seconds left. That is not good for Solar.
That's what I'm expecting from his Obsidian. See, Linko is a position man. He puts the ball where it needs to be. Dom follows it up, puts a shot on. 33 seconds. It's, man, what a game.
We're seeing a lot of calls from chat calling that game, and I'm inclined to agree with them. But if anybody could tie this game up, it's definitely Solar. Don't forget about the 1 second tie they had last game. I would not be surprised if they did it again, but maybe not, as Dom gets a good opportunity here, but he doesn't get the touch he wanted, I don't think. So now Swine's going to try to clear this one away with 15 seconds left. They're getting a good opportunity as they get it out of their own zone. Swine makes a nice touch into center, but unfortunately that ball might be cleared here, and that could be game, but no, a solid pinch. That one's going to go up the back wall, but it looks like Solar does not have a lot of boost to handle it, and that ball's going to touch, making Obsidian the winners. Obsidian going to the grand finals against CO2, barely holding on, almost allowing the reverse sweep, but they pull it out anyways. A fantastic series.